Hey, this is your one-legged GM here. Thank you for joining us for Season 1, Episode 9 of the Misadventures of the Restore Corps. Before we get started, make sure to smash that like button, comment away, and as always, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. I really appreciate it. And without further ado, on with the show. All right, so we were back, and as we last left off, it was the middle of the morning, and Gruff and Imp and Glitch were visiting the address that they had on file for Jennifer, I believe. One of the Leslie. One of the cultists, who they had arrived and found an empty lot, which they remembered was really, really strange because the police report said that the police had visited the house. And I believe was it Imp or Gruff that actually visited the house across the street and actually asked? All right. Imp. So you asked, and the lady looked at you like you were absolutely crazy, because she said, "What house? That's right there. It's that house." And as Imp and Gruff were arguing about whether or not to step onto the lot, Glitch
we weren't arguing. We were just having a grown-up discussion.
We were having a grown-up discussion. It was actually
you were having a grown-up discussion. It was not actually an argument. It was a grown-up discussion. Glitch decided to be bored and wander and stick his hand across the threshold of the sidewalk there, and that's where we ended last time.
When your system is going, let's reach out and touch someone.
That's fair. All right, so where we pick up. So you've just reached out your hand and crossed into what should be the grass, past the edge of the sidewalk. You see your hand as it passes, you don't feel anything different. You don't, it looks like your hand is there.
I take another step.
All right. You step under the grass.
I basically start walking to where the house would be. And I'm kind of going like this, like a blind man walking through.
Okay. All right. Give me an HEC roll. Back.
What's that?
So Imp and Gruff, you see him step, and keep walking off the sidewalk and start walking as if he's blind or drunk. You're not sure which. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, so could be either. You guys are all night shift crew anyway, so legitimately. It is technically after hours for you guys, after work hours. Glitch, go ahead and give me... Let's do an HEC roll, please.
Whom?
I rolled an 11. HEC is a 27.
Total of 27?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Should I add 5?
No, just HEC. So just HEC plus a die roll.
I was referring to the real world artifact.
Yeah, no. Let's see here. Find that. There we go. Okay. So You take about 4 steps and your foot hits. There should be grass where you are stepping, and you step on the edge of something and you fall face forward, and it looks like you land on grass. It's really, really hard and rough, kind of like concrete. And you just sprawl flat down. And kind of when you put your hands down, it's not grass that you're feeling. You're definitely feeling like concrete, like sidewalk or something right underneath your hands.
It's like, so at this point, I'm like, guys, does it look like I'm on grass?
No, I mean, it looks like
Does it look like he's on grass?
Yes, actually it does.
Oh, it looks like he's on grass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't see the empty lot?
No, it's an empty lot. I mean, it's a grass-filled empty lot.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh,
And
I understand.
When you say, does it look like
into-
I'm on grass, do you mean like, does it look like I'm on grass or does it look like I'm on grass?
I don't know. Do
So,
we have one of the brooms?
Does it look like I'm on green grass laying face down on green grass, or does it look like I face planted into a concrete driveway?
I have him look at me, and does his face look scraped up, or does it look maybe like no worse for wear?
He did
It
not
looks
land on
like
his
grass.
face.
It looks
Oh.
like grass.
What did he land on?
Because
His chest and hands.
Oh, okay. Oh, then I'll have him show me his hands.
Yeah, it's road rash.
So because we are who we are, and sometimes for the small jobs we don't bring the big van.
Mhm.
We just like literally it's just a quick sweep up and that kind of stuff. Do we happen to have like a broom in the? Okay, no.
I
Nope.
did not grab my broom.
Correct.
Yeah.
He specifically left it at the office.
Well, so we know that the house is here, isn't here. I mean, doesn't look like it's here, but they
Does
say
not
it's
look
here.
like it's there.
But all these people say it's here. So
Yes.
I have evidence that something is not right with what we're looking at.
right, and if you're so let's go back to base. Let's call somebody. You know what? No, let's stay here. Let's call somebody. See if we can get somebody to like help us see what's actually here.
It's
And
mid
then-
morning, right?
Mid-morning.
And then
When does Norbert start?
can we go home and get some sleep? Because I'm really tired. And I'm
Norbert's
not prepared to
already,
deal with
I
this.
mean, Norbert is definitely already in his office,
mean,
warehouse
we're
area.
awake past office hours right now because we
Yes.
went to the lawyers.
I mean,
Yes.
technically we're salaries, so we don't really have office hours.
We're a government agency. Yes, we still have office hours. For
Even the super secret agencies still have office hours.
for the sake of like shifting at least, like
yeah.
staffing. So we should be able to. Anyone who's a day shifter should already be in. So
Can we get someone to put like eyes and ears on this site?
yeah, we need to call somebody else in, a surveillance team, somebody low level, maybe somebody who can like.
I'm sure Norbert has some kind of camera that can look through
This thing.
that kind of stuff, isn't there? Or like some anti-magic goggles.
You would hope so. I mean, you'd have to
You know what?
ask and find out, but
That's exactly what it is. We'll go back to the warehouse. We'll get Ansel Adams' camera, and it will show us the exact landscape. Wait, no, different show.
just don't grab Salvador Dali's because you might not like what you see.
I don't know. I mean, he was pretty cool.
So let's go back. Let's get someone who can like make heads or tails of this, and then maybe put somebody on surveillance for this. We also have some more leads to track down, and go from there.
Okay.
Do we want to get pictures of where I am and my hands?
Nah.
Yes, I pull out my camera phone. And I flip through all the apps. Pull up my camera.
Okay.
Look at it sideways, wondering why there's a reticle hovering over glitch for a second. Up to the standard camera mode. Click the camera mode.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's your SSP, right?
Yeah.
I would say take a picture of that, take a picture of the empty lot, maybe upload those to Norbert and see if you can't pass like some filters through them.
Okay.
Yeah. And as I take that photo, does my camera like filter through anything, or does it see something different than what I'm taking a photo of?
Glad you asked, actually, because you see a house. And you see Glitch sprawled on a sidewalk.
Like a walkway, like a walk path up.
Yeah. Yeah. About, I mean, Glitch's face is about, 2 feet from the front steps. So he got kind of lucky.
Ooh.
So I pull, and I'm just kind of like looking through the viewfinder.
Yeah.
Really? You went with the soft focus? No, man. Come on.
Come here. No, come here. Look at this.
Oh. Imp will pull out his SSP and look through the view, and
yeah. House is there.
Does the address on the house match the address on file?
Yes.
Can I take a picture of that?
I take a picture of it, and then I go up to I using my phone, my SSP. I walk up to the door.
Okay.
And I knock on it.
Give me an HEC roll, please. Because you're coordinating walking like this.
I mean, it's a standard built house. Once you get the first step, you're good.
Watch the first step. It's a doozy.
It's an older house, so the stairs may not necessarily be exactly even.
It's in Grand Rapids. Even if it was a new house, the stairs might not be even.
Mean.
Okay. That's a 32.
Okay. Yes, you are able to walk up without, I mean, you catch the unevenness. You are able to get up there.
Part of me wants to try to realm shift this, but that's just asking for too much.
So you are, it is a standard, as you're looking at the house, it looks like an older, not Victorian, but probably early century 2-story.
I want to
big front porch. Big front porch, all wood. Doesn't look taken care of very well.
Yeah. I want to try something weird. I want to try to resist faith.
Okay.
I mean, it feels like it's potentially a spell that's shielding it from maybe its officials.
It really does kind of seem like it could be a glamour or something like that. Yeah.
And so it feels like resist faith would be the one to try.
Give me a resist faith.
Base 39. That's a 20. That's a 20.
Roll again.
So we're at 59. That's a 1 afterwards, so 60.
Okay, so 60. It still looks like an empty lot. It looks like you actually, as you kind of look away from your phone, it looks like you're actually standing on like air right now. it's really disconcerting when you look past your phone.
So at this point, Glitch has gotten up and he's also using the phone to kind of get an idea of what else is there and figure out what he tripped over.
All right. Yeah, you tripped over the sidewalk. All right. So what are you doing, Imp?
Imp knocks on the door.
All right.
Gruff has pulled out his phone and he's dialing base.
All right.
And I'm
Please
heading.
tell me if
I'll get back to you in just a second.
I am heading to the front door to back up Imp.
Give me an HEC roll, please.
That's better. That is a 33.
All right. Then you do fine going up. Now that you know the stairs are there, you do fine going up them. After 20 or 30 seconds, you don't hear any response from inside. Give me a survival awareness roll, please.
After
See if
20
you
or
can
30
hear-
seconds, someone's picked up, right?
Yes.
40.
Yes. Let me get back to your phone. So coming back to you, Gruff.
44.
You place a call. Who are you calling?
The Ghostbusters. I'm calling us. I'm
Thank
calling
you.
home base.
All right. Who at home base though? Which department are
I'm
you-
calling into the duty desk.
Okay.
I'm calling into ops desk. So not ghost, but
Right.
like
Sure,
one
ops.
of the
Yes.
our ops.
I think Gregory's on duty today. It was his
Greg. It was
day to
Greg.
take duty desk.
Sure. Greg's on duty.
Yeah, it was Greg.
Greg, this is Agent Barris. We need backup at, and I read the address off my picture on my phone because I
Okay.
can't see it anymore because I'm
Right.
not looking through my phone.
That's a fair call.
And we need multiple units. We have a suspect who may be on the lam, and we need coverage for any possible getaway that might take place. We also need a unit to set up surveillance.
What do you need? Wait, suspect for what? You need multiple units. I don't know that we've got any field units available. I can dispatch GRPD. That's fine.
That's
I
fine.
can dispatch police.
Then send them. We need somebody to sit on this house, and we need them to play along with our federal regulations because we're freaking out right now. This is not good. There's a house and it's invisible, Greg. It's an invisible house, Greg. I haven't had enough sleep. It's an invisible house.
Have you been into 42 stash again?
No. Yes, but that's not relevant at the moment. I have been into 42 stash, but that does not apply. I haven't lit anything. It's just there's. I've been sober
more than 24 hours
I've been
ago.
sober for like 3 hours. Okay.
All right. That's actually approaching a record for you. All right. Okay. I'll dispatch. Do you need, what kind of backup do you need? I can dispatch GRPD. What
I need
dangerous?
GRPD. I need
firepower? Do you
GRPD.
need what?
I just need GRPD down here as a surveillance and to sit on this suspect in this house. And then I also need somebody from the labs to come down here. This house is kind of, it's got to be some sort of like spell or incantation because we can't see this thing. Unless I'm looking through my phone, I'm seeing an empty grass lot here.
Okay. All right. I'll send someone from the, I'll see if Norbert can send someone with some sort of anti-invisible goggles, I guess.
I mean,
so
sure.
When I talk to GRPD, when I talk to the police, do do you need a response? Like, do you need SWAT team, or are you just looking for somebody to sit on a house or something?
I just need units to sit on a house. They need to question anyone who goes into or out of the house. That's it.
Okay, that's a very different thing than what I originally. All right, I will have.
No, I'm not asking them to raid the house.
I will have a cruiser come over. I will have a cruiser come from the police department, and I will get in touch with Norbert and have him send somebody to your location with anti-invisible house goggles, I guess. All right.
Greg, you work for the OTA.
Yeah.
Have a little bit more faith in me than that, okay?
I'm just saying you better not be tripping this time. So.
I'm not.
All right. Okay. And he ends it. He says, GRPD should be there in just a couple moments.
Yeah. I'll wait outside for him. And I'm sitting there. I'm sitting there leaning up against the cruiser, badge out. And I'm just flipping, waiting, watching my two friends float in the middle of a lawn.
That's fair. Yeah. I mean, that is exactly what it looks like. Is they are floating about 4 feet off the ground.
Oh,
and doing this to nothing.
All right. So, by the way, I rolled a 44 on my awareness.
Okay. You do not hear anything inside the house.
I have a 53 on awareness.
You do not hear anything inside the house.
Now we have.
Can I roll an awareness?
We had a warrant.
Can I hear
Did we have a warrant for this house? Or did we only have a warrant for the stuff from the lawyers?
The only warrant you had was for the personnel records from the lawyer. You did not have an entry warrant into the house.
So I rolled for my survival awareness. I wanted to hear sirens. I exploded up and I rolled a 90 in total.
You do hear sirens. They're going away from you, though.
I hear everything.
You do kind of. You hear the folks down the street talking about these crazy feds, language thrown in there that I'm censoring. Yeah, there's all kinds of. You hear arguments going on in a couple of houses. You hear the game show on the TV next door. It's either a game show or talk show. You're not sure which. Whole lot of cheering, whole lot of yelling. Who knows? All right. A few minutes later, a cruiser shows up. So as you're waiting for the cruiser, Imp and Glitch, are you doing anything other than standing on the porch?
I mean,
at this point, what are our thoughts?
Well, Imp's thoughts are less than legal because he has a less than legal background.
And yeah, it's like I'm sitting there going, it's like I want to enter, but legally we can't.
Imp's gonna try
I'm gonna shout out to you guys as well. Guys, the cops are on their way. They're gonna sit on the house for us. We are at the end of our rope. We're only 3 of us in the field right now. We have 4 others back at base. We need to go back there. We need to get everyone together. If we're this set on everything, we need to get warrants. We need to investigate the house. We need to do this by the book. We need to make sure our first case is wrapped up right.
Hey, Imp.
Yeah.
If the door's not locked, can we assume they want us to enter?
That's not how exigent circumstances work.
I mean, I don't hear anything from in there, which worries me more than me actually hearing normal sounds from in there. So
give me a judgment roll.
Give a judgment roll.
Probably better than Glitch.
Holy crap! I got a 19.
Yeah, I got a 9.
Total or overall?
Oh, it's a 19 total.
If we do it together, we're at 28.
Okay, hold on. Before we continue, what are you guys wearing again?
Suits.
Suits.
Suit
Like a
for-
really nice suit.
There's a suit for Imp. Yep, nice suit. And Glitch, you were wearing a suit as well.
Yes, the $100
Well,
suit.
I was gonna say one of the off the rack $100 not fitting suits.
Got it. Fine.
Imp's wearing like a $3,000 suit.
We're good. I'm done. That's all my questions. Go ahead. Keep
Okay.
going.
All right. So, Imp, you're not sure if it's a good idea or not to enter without a warrant. I mean, you really want to, but you also actually want to do well in the field and not screw up any potential case.
Wait. Let me get this straight. If I screw up the case, they probably won't give me any more field cases. Don't put that on my plate. You don't. I could just sit in my room and read all day.
Let's head back.
In your own little chair.
So about that
Do
time,
whatever you wanna
The police show up.
Police cruiser pulls up, and it's an unmarked police car.
It's not fooling anyone.
It's an unmarked marked police car. Okay, I mean, it doesn't fool anybody.
Yeah.
They don't quite have the bubble light in the front window.
Yeah.
But the spotlight on the side of the sedan does kind of give it away.
The government plate.
The city plate, yeah.
Or you mean municipal plate, not government plate.
Yeah.
Municipal plate.
I'm gonna stay on the porch until these guys get out of the.
Okay, so they pull up.
Or these folks, I should say.
They roll up. It's a nice day, so the windows are down. Can I get out?
I kind of
And
I badge them.
Okay. It's man and woman, both of them dressed not in a suit, so not detective, not TV detective style, but more casual,
Plain
but
clothes.
with a vest on. I
Yeah.
mean, they've got the vest over the shirt.
Yep.
Gets out, and the woman approaches, and she says, hi, I'm Sergeant Dixon. This is Sergeant Paul.
Oh wow!
We were asked to show up. Or we were asked to help you with surveillance. I assume you're with the OTA.
Yes. So two friendlies here. Officers.
Yeah, they're up on the porch. I see.
Yeah. Oh, and you see the porch, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just sorry. Things have been a little weird. We're running on the end of a shift here.
Okay.
There may be a possible suspect inside.
All right.
Wanted on a Homeland Security charge. We're just trying to figure some things out. If you see anyone enter or exit the premises, I need you to detain them and give us a call. I hand them a card. It's very, very, very much.
You just need us to sit in the house and
it's a wait and watch. It's a real easy assignment.
Shows. All right. We can do that. When will you be relieving it? When will you or someone else be relieving us?
It'll be probably an 8-hour shift. It'll be a long one, but
Okay.
we should.
I'll have a couple other officers come by to relieve us then before that, because we're day shift. So
Absolutely, yeah. It's about 4 hours on, 4 hours off. I'm imagining. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a hectic thing.
Right.
But we're going to try to get this nailed down as fast as possible. We're
okay,
already
you're paying our overtime. I don't care.
We're already filing for warrants, and yeah, obviously we'll cover the overtime. Welcome to the government, right?
Exactly.
But yeah, you guys are helping us out a lot. Thank you so much. We gotta figure this one out. We've been bashing our heads up again for about 2 days now. So,
all right. Does this have anything to do with that library thing?
it looks to be unrelated, but we're trying to figure that out.
All right.
As Gruff lies, bold-faced officers.
I guess Imp's gonna try to get. Is gonna try because they don't look like they're seeing somebody like floating 4 feet in the air, which is kind of what he was waiting for.
No, they literally kind of looked at you and kept talking to Gruff, and you're just far enough away that you can't actually hear. You can hear that they're having a conversation. You can't hear exactly what's going on with the conversation.
Yeah.
So
Imp is gonna try to. He's debating if it's easier just to jump down 4 feet or try to take the stairs.
So I'm looking for a railing.
Yeah, there's a railing on the stairs.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how sturdy it is. You're not sure how sturdy it is, but there's a railing there.
I know there's a railing. I can use the railing to figure out. I'm not gonna put any weight on it. It's just more of okay, here's a railing. One hand on the railing, one hand on the phone as I'm looking for the.
Okay.
I'm using the railing as a touch assist.
As a railing.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm not going to even make you roll for it. You're fine there.
Yeah, it's like.
You say Imp sees this and is like, "That's a good idea."
Yeah.
And he uses the railing as well.
All right.
We look really weird.
Oh yeah, you're like grandma going down the stairs, like
Yes, I can replace a knee.
All right.
I still don't want to break it.
Right. All right.
Imp looks at Glitch right after, like, they both go down the stairs and like trying to joke it off. He's like, "So when did you get that hip replacement again?"
It's been a little while.
You might be in for another one.
All right. So
I know I'm a little off balance.
You go back to the car. Again, you're told that GRPD is going to actually cover. Are you then just going back to the office and kind of filing the paperwork and letting people know?
Imp will use some kind of delivery program to like whether it's like a I don't know, some delivery program that we won't get sued for if this ever goes up. And he will
Gruber meats.
Yeah.
You call up Gruber and he delivers you meats. It's a deli service.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Gruber Meats is awesome because like he also has like he also has like coffee and like does some great breakfast sandwiches. So he orders them some breakfast sandwiches and coffee.
Are you waiting around for you did ask for somebody from Norbert's department to come with the glasses. I'm assuming you're waiting around for them.
I am. I will wait.
Okay.
Well, we only have one vehicle.
So I will figure out a way home.
You ordered for us, right?
No. We're going to get something on the way home.
All right. So just about 10 minutes later, another black government SUV, standard issue SUV rolls up, and this guy looks, young. One of Norbert's younger assistants comes out with
he
this.
Really needs to let them out to see the sun. Dear
giant,
God.
contraption. With like lenses folding that. It reminds you of a giant version of Norbert's little eyeglass lenses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he goes like, all right, what are you looking at?
I walk up, badge him, and just hi,
like,
agent.
Actually,
agent,
you know him. You've seen
okay.
him around in the
Hey, thank you for coming out. Sorry about the weird call out. Can you see that house?
What house?
Thank you. So, there's a house right there.
No, there's not.
Look through your little lensy thingy.
He holds it up. Huh.
Yeah, there's a house.
Huh. Flip.
So,
Ah.
I just need to work up on it.
Interesting.
It does not need to take very long. Give it like an hour, 45 minutes. Let me know what this is. And then can I get a lift back?
No, we're still here.
I was going to say,
you
I
guys
think they waited.
Oh, you're waiting.
He looks at it, he's like, oh, this is, looks like, looks like some sort of a gash or a spell that's placed on it. Not sure what. Must be pretty potent to not let us see it.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Does everybody else see it? I mean, does anybody else see the house? Or
the police officers here see it.
Really?
Let's do the neighbors.
All the neighbors see it.
That's really cool. Hang on, let me
I don't know.
Notes down and I do that. But if I do that, let's change the filter to 3. Let's use the turquoise filter. Let's do that.
Look, man,
right.
we're in OT right now. Well, as OT as we get. We'll read the report later. We're gonna head out.
All right. I'll send you guys a copy of the report once I get it back and get all the readings.
Thank you so much.
Best.
And again, sorry for calling you out on a weird one.
It's okay.
Yeah.
This is kind of cool. I got to figure out how they did this.
He sounds happy about this one.
Yeah, you're the best, Jeffrey.
It's Tommy. Thank you. Stupid agents believe it. God.
You really?
Don't worry, Jeff. I know it's you.
Anyways, so you guys go back. What are you doing when you get back?
All right. So Imp is going to stop by somebody like, do we have like a recruiting style office? Someone who like looks up potential agents?
I mean, yes, there is kind of a recruiting section.
Imp wants to stop by there.
Okay.
And he just is basically going to go, so we have this guy in holding. 42 said they were absolutely terrible, so they're probably actually really good. I'd say maybe have Spooks and Spooky look into it. And maybe we'll get another potential recruit into our IT section. Otherwise, we're going to have to probably turn him over to the feds for all the hacking he's been doing. So...
We're not going to know any different, 42.
Yeah, I was going to say that does not. I'm telling the story that I want to tell. There is what you tell me, and there's what Imp says.
He said so. It's literally one woman in like a small office. It kind of coordinates recruiting and HR. She is not a recruiter per se. She is just kind of a coordinator for any recruitment. She kind of types in, talking about detention. Perry Myers, is that right?
Yeah, Perry.
Yeah.
Look, he already believes in this shit, so I mean he's like halfway there.
All right, I'll have Spooks or Spooky go talk to him and see, kind of feel him out, see if he wants to, see if he'd be a good fit for the team, because he would be on Spooky's team. And
Yeah. I just hate to see good talent go to waste.
I mean, yeah, of course, we don't want to see any talent go to waste, especially in here, because we desperately, things seem to be heating up. So yeah, I will. I'll pass this along, and now that he's on our radar, are you gonna be releasing him soon, or what are you doing with him?
I think it's probably going to be one of those things where if they feel him out, it's going to be you can either go to jail for your charges or you can work for us.
Oh, standard operating contract. Got it. Yeah. Makes sense. Let's see here. I'll pass it along. Although he is kind of approaching the time when you do need to make up your mind as to whether or not you're going to charge him or release him. So I'll see if Spooks or Spooky can cut loose and go chat.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't the DA actually the one that charges him? Like,
yeah, but we can only hold him for so long legally. I mean, that's right. You're not normally field agent. Never mind. Yeah, no, we can only normally hold them for so long, actually legally, and then we do have to release them. Or get a judge to sign off on charges. So
I'm more familiar with other countries holding me and international law holding me. So yeah, ours is a little off for me. I apologize.
That's fair. All right. So yeah, I'll forward the information. We'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
So
thank you.
Yep.
I just didn't want to leave him. I just want to leave him. So Imp will leave and grab some breakfast and go to his room and read his new novel that he is correcting.
All right.
But I on an out of game level, I didn't want to leave that. I didn't want to leave that thread hanging.
Good call. All right. So, can we fast forward till Vlad wakes up?
Filling out a report, talking to ops, letting them know that we're working tandem with GRPS on this. Bedtime.
As you work, you do get a note from, or you get the workup from Esoteric
Tommy.
Research, from Tommy in Esoteric Research.
Also sometimes Jeff.
It is definitely
Definitely.
It is some sort of a gesh. I'm not sure what the level of it is, but it's definitely some sort of magic spell that is blocking, obviously your side, obviously anybody from the OTA, their vision. Although his observations, you see that he actually interviewed the GRPD officers and they could see the details just fine. So you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. Does that come just as a note in a file?
Yeah. So you get a file, you get
like an email?
access to like email with like images and things like that. Yeah.
Can I shoot them one back and say if there's any like any high-powered casters that we have in our area? If I can have them possibly just drive by, see if they can see it as well, see if it's related to us being us, or if it's just anyone who has a certain level of faith or belief system in it, or what. Is Doc down at the diocese? Can I have Doc roll by the house? Not that I know that Doc exists, as far as I know.
He says that he sends you a note back. He says I can recommend it to Norbert as far there for the research.
Sure.
Yeah. But Norma will take care of that. So,
and thank you so much, Tommy. Sounds like a plan.
Right.
And I'm out.
And then you're probably passing out, or well, no, you've woken up at this point.
Now,
yeah, you get to
go ahead.
No, go ahead, Paul.
I was going to say, do we have a medical staff?
Mm-hmm.
So Glitch would be going there to get checked out with the comment Imp said about the hip and my hands.
No, it's just your hands are just scraped up. I mean, you fell on concrete, you got a little road rash. It's no big deal.
I'm used to the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As for the hip, it was more of a joke of how we had to kind of walk down. It looked like we were old people because we were like, grandma walking down. So it was like, oh, maybe we do need to replace these hips.
All right. So,
that's actually a really good call. I'm gonna text Neuro, and I'm gonna just shoot him a little text, and it'll be like, "Hey, Neuro, drive by this address on your way back. Your way in this morning, or yeah,
morning, evening, whatever for you guys.
Whatever. Our normal shift before shift.
Our morning.
Yeah.
Are you just telling him to drive by it?
Telling him to check, just to look at, roll by and literally look.
Just to see if I can see the house or not.
Yes, just look and keep going. Observe and report.
If it's OTA specific, if you need a high enough faith, that sort of stuff.
Observe and report. Nothing else.
All right.
Nope.
See if fully humans can see it.
Still need to get warrants.
Can't.
Okay, so morning for you folks, evening for the rest of the world. Simon, I'm assuming you're going to fill in everybody on what you found out. You all probably would have scheduled an actual meeting in a room together, kind of going, all right, what the heck's going on? So
you want me to do that roll now for Faith Resist?
For his drive-in. Yeah, go ahead. As far as yeah.
Okay. And that is if I can actually look it at 83.
Okay. You see an empty lot.
Okay.
Yeah. And all right, so you are all gathered together in the conference room.
So last night, just quickly to fill you guys in before we go about our day to day. First things first, we went to the lawyer's office, the law firm. We found out that Leslie George did work there for approximately 3 months and then was just gone. She was really bad with attendance, was constantly talking about the band that she was following around, the whatever the band is called, I can't remember. It's terrible music. It's not, it's not my thing.
Embers, what?
Yeah, smoldering embers, burning embers, I think. Whatever. But she did work there. She always was taking off time for that sort of a thing. We confirmed a place of address. We confirmed her images against the actual photos on file. It is the same person that we saw in the library. So we're all good there. So what we need to do now is we need to get a warrant for an arrest and for questioning. So we basically need to get kind of a bench warrant out, basically. You need to make sure that we can arrest her, detain her, and then she's brought to us so that we can talk to her, or held so that we can go to her. We need to figure out what's going on with this house. So we did drive by the house as well after we confirmed the address. The house is invisible.
Is that why you wanted me? Is that why you wanted me to drive by that empty lot?
So it's not an empty lot. Yeah, that was the address. That's the house. And it shows it on like all those
invisible.
maps. Yeah, it shows it on maps and stuff. It's not there, but it's there.
Huh.
You do have the images from.
I pulled those up. Shoot them up on a.
And it's a early 20th century 2-story house. A normal kind of inner city house. Doesn't look well taken care of. It's not like it's falling down, but it doesn't look well taken care of. But it looks like a normal house.
So this is the house in question. We're currently working joint with GRPD, and they are watching the house for us in shifts so that we can basically they'll watch it and then we'll take a watch. I would like us to get that warrant so that we can actually execute a search on the house. So we need a search warrant for the house and anything we might find on the premises, as well as persons. And then we also need a bench warrant for Leslie George. Those are our straightforward. That's my plan thus far. Does anyone else have anything they can think of? Is there anything I missed, Glitch and Imp, that you guys want to touch in there?
It was kind of odd floating on the porch.
Oh, yeah, guys, here, check this out. I pull up my phone and flip to a photo of them floating on the house. Oh, wait, no, because you can see it on the phone.
Right.
But imagine there was like no house there.
That was a pretty big letdown.
Did we get somebody out there to figure out why you guys can see it on your phone but not with your eyes?
Yeah. So we sent Tommy out there, and he sent us this email. Sorry, Imp, you said you were going to say something there?
I was going to say it felt like there was some kind of spell on it. At least that was my idea. And then you said Tommy. Sorry, I always get Tommy and Jeffrey confused.
I mean, they're twins.
Yeah. That was my bad.
One of them has darker hair. They're not twins.
Fraternal.
Well, that's because he dyes it.
Okay.
But no, like, so we had him out. Since you said he confirmed it, but yeah, I tried to resist it myself, see if maybe I could, but no, it was pretty beefy there.
I had Neuro drive by too, and he said he couldn't see too. So he's pretty strong at stuff too. So.
Mm-hmm.
So our two strongest people at being able to resist magic still couldn't see it.
I mean,
I never said I was the strongest.
Oh.
I said I was decent at it.
Well, I'm pretty sure that you and Neuro would be the two strongest at resisting magic. So.
My coffee and stare at you.
Got me off my computer to talk about a cloaked house.
Okay.
Thanks, Vlad. I don't know if I am or not, but thanks for the compliment.
Actually, 42, I have a question really quickly. Can you pull up the satellite imagery that we have through the through the DHS satellite, the Homeland Security satellite? Can you pull up that footage of that house?
Is it going to, if it shows up on camera, why wouldn't it show up on a satellite?
I'm curious. I want to know how weird this gets.
I looked up the address on Willow on my phone. I want to see if
I know.
It's listed
on Willow. On Willow.
Can I bring it up on?
I'm so proud of you.
Can I get it on that map site?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Really?
I just start with the mapping site first. Just here's the satellite images of the map site.
Yep.
It looks like actually even has Street View.
Yeah, that's what I was going
Public
for.
street. So yeah, it's Street View. Yeah.
You could have. You could have done this. You could.
Right. Well, no. I want to know about the government satellite. Does it have something against like being of investigative service or something like that? I want to know if there's like some like teeth behind this spell, not just Google. I know I can Google stuff.
No, you actually do have access, and you folks are now on an official mission, so you can submit the request to
Retask a satellite to look at a house.
Oh,
legitimately task a satellite. Yes.
so we'll get a response about 2 weeks.
No,
Or you can do it now.
you folks have priority.
It's Homeland Security. We have we'll get done in like an hour.
Yeah. It will take.
Imp looks at the.
It takes
the
about
Willow-
90
the
minutes
Willow
to get
listing over.
So you get a response back. It says about 90 minutes you'll have access. The satellite will be over. One of the satellites will be over Grand Rapids, so you can do a real time check.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Again,
Gosh,
you
that
could have
means
done
we can
this.
get thermal imaging too.
That's a good idea. Has anybody on our team or anybody that works for the OTA handed their badge to somebody else and looked at the house? Like, how is it keying in on OTA people?
That's smart. I like that.
I take it you three didn't think about that.
No, why would I
Imp
put
is
my
still
badge
looking
down?
at this Willow list and going, really?
Yeah, I'm not giving my badge to anybody
I wouldn't
else.
put
You
my
want
badge
this?
down. There were police officers on
That's
site,
fair.
and
I
it
would-
looked like Imp and Glitch were going to break in. I would never give them my badge at that point. And it just looks like we're weird civilians doing weird stuff.
That's fair. I just figured hand it off to one of their teammates for a moment. Just to see
Now, if
the
we go out
difference.
there when we go out to serve the warrant and do a search, then absolutely we should definitely do that. I'll hand somebody one.
I mean-
I'll look.
Didn't
So long as you
PD
guys
already-
give me my badge back.
Didn't the police already have a warrant on this address? I mean, they went in and they looked at bills and stuff. That was initial report that they found some pay stubs.
They had.
Did they actually enter the house though?
Yes, they did enter the house. They did have an initial warrant. It was not. It was legitimately just looking for the books.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it
we
wouldn't be a
couldn't go
blanket
back
thing.
on that. We'd have to submit
No.
another one.
No, and it's
No,
already
now
been served.
Now it would be a blanket warrant basically for us for search and seizure.
Still has to be. You have to word it carefully, but it is fairly specific. Obviously, you're looking for these texts that that she took at least 2 of them, right? And anything intrinsic to the case.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be a weird question.
Yeah.
Does the bench warrant allow us to enter the home in search for the suspect?
If we can prove that we believe she's there under exigent circumstances, yeah.
No thermal imaging.
Like the thermal imaging, if we can see her on a thermal cam or if we can see persons inside, we could enter the house based on that information, yes.
But if you have the search warrant for the stuff, you can then
That
enter
also
the
serves,
premises and serve her with the arrest warrant.
That's why I wanted 2, was just to cover our bases legally. But
It's a good call.
we should be fine.
I'm looking on Willow. Does the house have a basement?
Yeah, what's the listing? How many bedrooms? How many
What's
baths?
a bedroom bath? Is there a bonus room?
I mean, seriously, they're
All right,
listing
so-
3.5 baths. What the?
No,
I
they're
Do
mean,
they have a
not.
cute little thing where they
You're
have
on
the
the-
layout of the house?
Imp, you're on the wrong listing.
Oh, sorry,
So-
wrong part of town.
This
That's a nice house, though.
there's actually no interior floor plan. It lists 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. The last time it was sold was the last time the property was sold was 45 years ago.
Oh,
Who was the buyer? Who was the seller?
I won't say.
Buyer, seller, and agent, please.
Yes.
But we could probably find that out.
We got a 42.
So that's
42.
I've got
CountyRecords.com.
42.
Is it listed as a rental property?
It is not. There's no listing as to whether or not it is or is not a rental property.
How many miles walking distance is it from downtown?
Good question, actually. I was going to. The
What
library.
school
and
district
back.
is it in?
Yeah.
What's the crime rate?
0.65.
How about from the library, though? How far away is it in walking distance to the library?
It's real close to the library. It's. I mean, it's a couple neighborhoods over. It's in that area.
I mean,
All right.
So we know what they're finding first.
The owners, the purchasers are listed, and this is also true in the Kent County records as well. In the county records for the house, everything is listed as CDI Trust.
Looks at the paperwork for the trust that had all the other stuff in it, all the books and stuff. What's that trust?
It's not the same.
Oh,
Okay. You could. It couldn't have been that easy. Why? Just one little win.
Because it's Bryan, it's never going to be that easy.
Right.
That's legit.
I'm gonna get on Bamboozle
like
and do a search for CDI Trust.
I'm sure it's not that easy. It's got to be a front.
I'll just see if anything.
We should.
You spend and 42 if you want to do a search for that as well. You're about 6 layers deep before you realize that this thing is just layer upon layer upon layer upon layer of obfuscation. So
the shell inside of a shell inside of a shell.
I was expecting that. So
it
sounds like an onion.
You know what, 42? I believe in you. I believe that you can open up that Russian doll and get us to the truth.
Of course they can. It's just whether they'll share the details with us or not.
Depends on how interesting what I find is.
About eventually you get to the point where you realize that the trust was actually formed in the Cayman Islands.
Oh, geez.
Oh no!
Of course it was.
There's the Russian doll.
Where else would it have been started?
Nigeria.
Yep.
Fair.
No. At that point, Switzerland.
No, that was one of the layers. Oh my! One of the layers was a Nigerian prince. Holy cow! That was impressive.
Just one of them, though.
Are there any other holdings? Are there any other holdings listed under the CDI Trust? If we were to just make a cursory search, or does the trust have a website?
The trust does not have a website.
Do I have a year for when this trust was established?
The trust was established the same year that the house was purchased.
So 44 years ago?
45, I think.
Yeah, 45.
Record came to mind.
All right, Vlad, what was going on 45 years ago? Anything significant?
Let's make some sort of rolls to see if I can remember that far back.
Not that far.
See, that would have been this taking place
76.
Obnoxious, but
78 probably. So
Good times.
yeah. There are some of the 70s that you don't remember, Vlad.
And probably for the best.
All right.
Probably by choice.
Something about California and LSD.
So what kind of
experiments?
a roll do I need to make to see if I can remember what was happening at about that time?
Glitch was there too.
Give me a knowledge check.
Straight knowledge?
Straight
All right.
knowledge.
Oh, that's a dark turn on history.
46.
Okay. I mean, you're in the late 70s, so what? Gas crisis, and when was the
Iran? That was
Iran?
79.
Yeah. So just before the Iranian hostages. I mean, nothing much was really in your you don't recall anything really specific, especially about that seems to relate to this.
Yeah, no, I can't think of anything, Sapling.
All right. I was going to tease you more, but I'll stop.
Hey, real quick, Bryan. What do I roll for my sleeping for soul pool recovery?
Oh, so you are going to roll a. Did that? Let me find the chart here. So give me a judgment roll. It's a D20 plus judgment.
All right. So a total of 30.
Good job. Plus 6 points back to your soul pool.
Can I do that for health?
Yeah. So it's D20 plus health for your life pool.
So that's 42. I rolled a 17.
Plus 10 to your
So
life pool.
I'm assuming because I never adjust anything for the bruises I had on my hand and whatnot. So I'm guessing those are gone.
Yeah, you're fine.
So Imp pulls out the skull.
Uh-huh.
He looks at it. And he remembers the things that were there, the folding table, the unfiltered cigarettes, the fact. Does that listing show that it has a basement?
It does not say whether it does or not.
Huh.
Do any of the camera views show a basement window?
We didn't do a full 360 on it. It could, like, most of the time you don't see those windows from the front.
We have street view.
Oh, we do have street view.
42, give me a luck roll.
That is can't math. 33.
You are lucky enough they do show the standard non-escape, the old
Glass block.
style,
Like thick cinder block glass.
The glass block
yes.
ones.
The glass block
the
windows.
glass block. Yep.
Very popular.
So either basement or at least a, large foundation. Because that first floor is definitely like 4 foot up off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know where this came from.
Loaded.
You do from where, Imp?
I think it came from that house.
So they just took it to the library?
This? No, I didn't get this at the library. I went and retrieved this.
He bamfed and got that. Well,
Have we? Sorry to interrupt. Have we gotten anything from Norbert on the writing from the skull?
The writing from the skull.
Was
Yeah,
it
the
writing
writing
was
that's
in
on
the-
the inside.
No, you have not.
Yeah, because the skull had a bunch of esoteric writing on it.
Right.
the cigarette that that was burning, still smoldering in the skull.
Unselfish.
You smoked all of that, right?
I mean, most of it. You know how often I get a good rolled unfiltered cigarette?
Well,
Every time
can we run like a mass spectrometer on it and figure out like where that tobacco's from and like how old it is?
I mean, probably Kentucky or Virginia. Probably Virginia.
Well, but what if it was like tobacco from the Cayman Islands or something?
Ooh.
Let's
Not going to have aged appropriately though, so it's going to have to be more like if there's any additives or anything.
right, but we could still figure out where like the plant growth is from. So we could at least not narrow our field of scope, but see if the Caymans are something we should still really be looking at.
Probably not. I mean,
What did you do with that cigarette? Because you said you smoked it.
I smoked it. I would have.
You have dumped
He would
it.
have kept it. Yeah, he would have dumped it. I can't justify him having that
Nope.
in any form.
No, it was because it was the skull.
I know. I was
It was
kind
the
of.
skull you were keeping. Yep.
The cigarette was just a treat.
Well, that's what Clue Up and Smoke.
I mean, yeah.
Oh.
Nice. I have a
Sorry.
question.
Bad pun, I know, but it's like classic smoker pun, and no one else was going to say it. So
There's a reason for that.
Sapling, you had a.
you're saying I should have puff passed on it?
Question for the GM out of character. Are there ley lines, and do we have any knowledge or mapping of them?
Yes and yes. And there are some. Surprisingly, there are actually a couple that run through Grand Rapids.
I'd love to see how close this house is to ley lines.
I mean, you have access to Google personally, so.
Wait, they're on
Yes, but Google doesn't show the ley lines.
Have they started
Google
mapping
also
it?
doesn't
Like,
show
is
the
this
address that you've
Just a
made
total
up.
Trust me.
wrapping thing. It's easy.
So, completely
Google
out
also
of
doesn't show us the
character.
address that you made up in your head.
Trust me. You can find the maps for ley lines and as
Easily.
opposed to easily.
I played with it, so yes.
How do you think I wrote some of the stuff for Feyblade about the ley lines? Anyways, moving on. Yes, there are ley lines. None of them actually cross over that address.
And they're not close at all?
Not close enough to be esoterically significant from what you know. And as a Fae, you would know a lot. So
Before I forget, we should probably also get warrants issued for the band, the members of the band that are, and Freddie Benton, Benny O'Neill, Lindsay Dale, and Paul. Well, we don't have a last name for Paul, but I mean,
Paul
if we
is
find it,
Paul was like the music producer or whatever.
Was he?
I'm pretty sure.
No, Freddie was the producer, I thought.
No, Freddie was the advertiser. He was the guy who was the talent scout.
So as far
Wanted
as
in questioning.
Yeah, but
Isn't some of those band
Benjamin
members
O'Neill,
slated?
Freddie Benton, Logan Carlson, and Lindsay Dale are all dead.
I couldn't remember if they were dead or not, and that's
Yeah,
also what
those
we
were
need to
the
do is remind
corpses.
me that they're all dead.
Question.
Those were the corpses.
Does their pathetic website actually have like lyrics and stuff on it?
That's their pathetic website. It's my favorite question now.
Oh, come on. You know this is just like a... What was the...
No,
Oh,
it doesn't have.
Yeah.
It does
I
not
understand.
have. It does not have lyrics on there.
What was this?
That means if
what
we
is
want to
this
know what
lyric
they
on the
sing about,
night
we're
of-
actually going to have to listen to it.
Yes.
On
Is
the
there any
night
way
of
we
the full
could
moon?
find lyrics somewhere?
And
Somebody go listen to them.
Imp, what were you saying?
I was gonna say, what is this lyric? On the night of the full moon, we will chant and bring back our wondrous deity.
Nice try. That's not on any of them. Nice try.
Do we at least have song title listings?
No, but their self-released albums are available at the usual suspects online. The various music services.
So we can get the title listings that way.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget to play them backwards.
Do any of the titles stand out as something related to anything we've been talking about, looking up?
No.
Okay.
Just because the title...
It's average, terrible titles.
Okay.
Just because the title doesn't say anything that would stand out doesn't mean there's nothing in the song that would make it stand out.
Hey, look who just volunteered to download them all and listen.
I mean,
hey, thanks, Neuro. I'm glad I don't have to listen to that.
Neuro, can you get all your kids to listen to this stuff and see if it's good?
No.
if it's child appropriate.
I am not letting my 4-year-olds listen to this.
Hey, how about your wife?
There's just an E next to every single one of them.
Legitimately, yes. Not all of them.
Yeah,
Most
E
of
for
them.
everybody.
What's this one called? Band introduction. There's no E. Huh. Weird.
It's not for everyone.
All right. So so you're getting the warrants, and the warrants were approved for what's her name? Leslie.
Yep.
For Leslie
George.
Leslie George, and of course the search warrant for her residence for that address, for the texts that were missing, as well as some. You guys figured out some various things that you could also look for various occulty objects, occult accoutrement, as it were. So those the warrants are waiting waiting for you at the judge's at the clerk's. Actually, they'd be at the judge's house because it'd be a late night.
Have we been using the same judge?
Oh yeah.
For all these? I get a carafe of the good coffee.
Good call.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call. And she will very much appreciate it.
Brewing.
I don't know. With as much as she has to do with the OTA, she might want something more what Gruff has.
She very much appreciates the coffee.
I've only met one person who didn't appreciate my coffee, and I don't want to talk about her. She's an aggravating individual.
Who is this person? They have to have good taste. I mean, what?
All right. So
Boomer. It's Boomer.
Well, no, Guns. It's Guns doesn't.
Oh.
Guns doesn't appreciate good coffee. They just. Anyway. Sorry.
Yeah.
Don't blame them.
All right. So, are you going to go serve the warrants, or what are you doing?
Well, we should check.
What time of day is it?
Huh? It's approaching night, so call it 7-ish. Sun's down enough that Vlad, you should be fine.
Cool.
I think we should.
No sunscreen. No sunscreen. That stuff stinks.
All right.
I think we should start mobilizing, and we should start trying to get these two warrants sped up as much as possible. Before we leave, though, I want to wait for the satellite coverage.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's been far long enough. In fact, as soon as you get the 42,
I know,
as soon as you get the ping,
I wanted to make sure you knew that I didn't forget. I'm watching. I'm watching you.
42, as soon as you get the ping, you pull it up. The house is there.
Oh, that was a waste of time.
Thermal. Switch to thermal.
You
thermal.
don't need to
Okay.
yell, Gruff.
You switch to thermal, and the house has been in the sun all day, so the black roof is glowing very, very brightly.
Any suspicious cool spots?
Guys, they never talk about this in TV shows.
I'd like to check on the status of Perry. I don't want to physically go check on him. I want to look him up in the system and see what his status is.
Yeah, because it's approaching the 24 hours.
Deceased.
Yeah.
Actually,
There's
probably
been
about
an
this
accident.
point, it has been 24 hours.
Yeah, probably.
He's probably
It's
still
been
having
close.
fun.
Because if you remember, it was still light enough out that Vlad was getting burned.
Mm-hmm.
No. That was the first time. That was the
Yeah.
first time we went
The
to
second
visit.
time we
Yeah,
went, when we actually got Perry, it was night.
That's true. So it's actually approaching 24 hours. As you pull up the status of Perry in the system, his status no longer reads held for questioning, or it's no longer detained. There is a note that says, see, how would the note say? In recruiting.
Fair enough.
Oh, cool. Let's just hope he doesn't get stuck with us. I don't think I could handle that.
So
Really better not be stuck with us.
as Bryan was just talking about that, out of character, as Bryan was just talking about that, Perry's status has gone from, detained, and I was thinking, now it's gone to, released, deceased, and, and I was like, it's really good that Gruff doesn't have my brain, because, yeah, we just bury him in the backyard. It's fine.
He's
All right. So
Walk into our sandbox.
So you are. Are you doing anything other before you go visit Leslie George's empty lot?
Think we're visiting.
I mean, I'm going to grab my sunsuit, so.
Okay.
Can we get that device, the lenses he was looking through?
It's not really that portable. It's like a box.
Here's a question.
We have Google Glass.
So it works through a phone. If we got the standard night vision goggles, would it work through those?
Maybe.
You'd have to try.
Let's bring all the optics we can.
Yeah.
I was just going to say,
Would it be a good idea for me to use night vision goggles?
You gonna find out.
If they exist in this world, I'm sure I have a pair of something like Google Glass, and just because it was a gadget.
I'm sure.
I'm sure you probably invented something like that.
Well, no, but you would definitely have it. Yeah.
I bet Norbert has something that we could use as optics, so we could see the house as we're.
I was gonna say, if not, I think Oculus has. You can get the VR. You get the VR goggles. Because I know they were doing escape rooms, like real life street escape rooms, through different tablets and whatnot.
Altered reality thing.
All right.
And if you can pair it with an Oculus goggle, you can actually see what's going on, and it's here, and you're just looking at your phone or looking at the unit
Simon?
It's not Google Glass. If 42 invents it, it's not Google Glass, and it's far more mobile than sticking it on your face. It's the Squatch Watch.
Squatch Watch?
As long as it's got a pink plastic band, you're fine.
I mean, listen, There is a reason why I should never go into marketing. It's because I would make $1 million.
So
and
you go
have
to
about 3,000 lawsuits.
Yeah.
So you go down to Norbert, and he actually is kind of waiting for you with 7 like sets of goggles.
Watches.
So he's like, yeah, these should help you see. I mean, they're basically I rigged a VR set or a phone camera to like glasses and things, so you should be just fine. So
thank you.
Well, hopefully we don't trip over something.
I mean, be careful.
Thanks, Norbert. You're the best.
So
You mean you don't walk with your phone in your hand 24/7?
Vlad
doesn't know.
Vlad's still got those flip phones, so I don't think he.
Man, learn some new skills.
Aside from my SSP,
You get some
of course.
Right.
All you gotta do is your situational awareness. You can tell everything that's going on around you.
All right.
Keep going.
So you folks, well, you gotta take the van.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
take
we
one
have to
for
take
each
him
one.
with.
No. We'll leave Fred. I'll drive.
No, we got to bring everybody. Fred's
as
coming
you
with us.
walk-
Van, you have to bring Fred.
yes.
Yes.
Somebody needs to stay with the van.
As
So
you
there's no
approach
need
the
for us to
motor
take the
pool,
van.
as you approach the motor pool, Fred is waiting for you with the van ready.
You're doing a good
All
job,
right,
man.
Fred, let's
SUV.
rock and roll.
I'm
Shotgun.
I'm gonna take a look around, see if I can see Hank sitting there, and then just kind of like wave to him and be like, "Wish me luck."
Hey, Fred, if we have an eventful or uneventful drive and you don't damage the van at all, I will give you some of my coffee.
Ooh.
Please try. Please.
We'll always try.
Please try
Sapling?
harder.
Sapling.
Caffeinate Fred.
It's got to be after he gets back to base.
Absolutely. This is something he has to earn.
All right.
Imp walks over to the motor pool guys and asks, "What's the over/under on him actually returning a vehicle with no new scratches?"
Oh, that's not even a bet anymore.
Wintergreen assesses very quickly and deftly the state of the vehicle. She'll know.
This is actually one of the ones that just recently came out of repairs.
So
It's number
It's a
one.
newer one.
Oh
It's
god,
number one. It's
I
cycled
don't
back
even
through.
bother.
They got to keep them mobile somehow. Anyways,
I'm just gonna say we took out a total of 3 SUVs yesterday, and we brought back 3 beautiful SUVs, even topped off the tank.
yes.
That's what you think.
No,
And now we got Fred.
And Fred's waiting for you.
All right, I'm going to climb in the back. And I'm going to
Shotgun.
sit as close as I can to the door so I can make an easy escape if it starts going south.
I text the wife, "Hey, wish me luck, babe. If I don't come back, I love you and the kids."
Oh, Fred's driving again? You look at your phone.
You just text your wife code Fred, and she knows.
Code Fred.
Code Fred.
Yes, she doesn't have much intel about the OTA, but she knows about Fred.
Imp looks Fred dead in the eyes and goes, "If you wreck this, Grandma said no cookies for Christmas."
Oh, man.
Oh.
She likes me. It's
We're
fine.
trying positive reinforcement this time, man. Trying positive.
Look, I'm her favorite
Positive
grandkid.
reinforcement. I'm positive there's going to be a scratch.
You're positive the vehicle's going to need reinforcement?
Imp
I'm probably going to have to do
looks at the
some
inside of the vehicle
infield
and goes,
buffing.
"What?" Imp just
Just
looks at the
a
inside and
dent.
goes, has the roll cage always been here?
Roll cage is there for your sake.
After the first one, yeah. I mean, after the first roll, yeah.
I learned.
So, Fred.
Yeah.
How many rolls have there been?
I
And how many teams,
not-
Fred? How many teams?
I don't remember.
I mean, according to his personnel file, he started out in observation and then he moved to. So he's done a number of roles.
At this point, we are going to call it. So you guys are getting ready to head off to go explore Leslie's vacant lot. And we will call it for that for the night. And we won't be back next time at this point.
Hopefully alive.
Yeah. Very quickly, Story Play Awards for the night. Again, it wasn't that much going on. Plus 3 ranks to any proficiency, any existing proficiency you currently have.
I rolled a billion.
Anyways.
One time, I'm the one who rolled the most, I think.
I would say +1 judgment. I didn't try to break in front of the cops.
Hey, thank you so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Before you go, do me a favor and like and comment down below. It really helps us out in the algorithms. Also, before you go, if you have not subscribed to us yet, smash that subscribe button over there. And I probably have another video waiting for you to hit and watch right there. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it again. You guys are awesome. This is the One Legged GM. Happy hunting.